Hello, everyone. As I promised on Twitter, I will tell you about the connection between the philosophy of Tao and trading. Let's start in order. For me, the philosophy of Tao is 5 principles. Tao is also the path, Wei Wei inaction, Zairen, naturalness, humility, and prostate, unity of Yin Yang. Let's start with the path. Each trader or person has his own path that will suit him. This concerns the risk management strategy. It often happens that we look at a new strategy and think that this is ours. And in the end, this strategy does not bring us results because this is not our path. We often try to copy someone else's path than to find our own in trading. Thus, we forcibly try to change our path in life, and it turns out that we only get negative results. Wei Wei inaction. Do not look that it is translated as inaction. The idea itself does not say do nothing, but on the contrary, teaches to avoid unnecessary struggle and sometimes act spontaneously. Unnecessary struggle is the desire to trade when there's nothing on the market, but you still try to trade. You create unnecessary efforts that you simply do not need. You contradict yourself, your system, and all this in order to prove not to yourself, but to others that you were able to trade on such a bad day. Learn to act spontaneously when the market gives opportunities that correspond to you and your system. Humility and prostate. Taoism teaches minimalism and the rejection of unnecessary desires. The principle is described as follows. Be content with little and avoid unnecessary passions. Unnecessary passions are the desire to get more than you can take on now. Why? For example, I choose the idea of 2RR is minimalism, which does not have unnecessary desires, but has naturalness with my inner path in trading. More RR for me does not mean better. Minimum 2 to 4 RR per week. And that's it. Unity, yin yang. The basis of Taoism is the idea of the balance of opposites. Yin is a passive principle. Yang is active. You need to be able to find a balance between active actions in the market, that is yang, and passive actions of yin, that is do nothing in the market and just wait. This is the natural balance of nature and the whole world. You need to be able to be active when the situation requires it and passive when it does not require it. Let's dive deeper into the idea of Tao is not a static truth, but a dynamic process. It is the movement of the world, constant changes that occur naturally. For example, the market is not static and neither are your actions on it. And these are all constant changes. Something changes every day. People often try to control what is uncontrollable. For example, time, aging, loss. Following Tao teaches us to accept the inevitable as part of the natural order. Using the example of trading, you can see that you are trying to control the market. Accept the inevitable. The market cannot be controlled and no strategy will control it, just as there are no mythical algorithms. Your losses are also inevitable, something that you cannot control. If you already know that the price is going towards the stop loss, accept this inevitable truth. If it hurts you, there's always a no loss option. Everything depends only on your decision at this moment, but do not try to take control. Come to terms with the stop loss or no loss. Do not try to take control of the market further and think that everything will change. One more trade and everything will be fine. Accept that the path of this day is a loss or no loss. I will not talk about victories. Everyone accepts victories very well and painlessly, but all this is part of one path. Everything must be accepted as a whole and not as different components. But you need to accept this in your head, but not in the journal, in the trading journal. Everything should be taken into account according to your risk management. Learn to adapt and not be intrusive. Water never fights for a place, but always achieves its goals. It moves to where it is most useful. Tao teaches to use gentleness and patience in difficult situations instead of overcoming conflicts by force. This is an example of emotions during a loss, and you are forcibly trying to force yourself to trade. About the goals of Tao, it says, do not strive to achieve a goal of any value but go to them by the path of least resistance. An example, when you want to get 6% in a week, but the market does not provide such opportunities, and you go by force and lose everything that was. Wu Wei, learn to act without coercion, trade because everyone is trading, and not because you see your opportunities in the market. You don't need maximum effort. You need to be in the market when it is needed and not when everyone is there. Do not impose your will on circumstances, but adapt to the market and everything that happens in it. Keep records and journals, analyze and research yourself as a trader. Wu Wei teaches that excessive effort often leads to exhaustion, not to success. Example, a farmer does not pull a plant out of the ground so that it grows faster. He creates favorable conditions for its growth. Likewise, in trading, a good trader does not take trades in bad conditions. He creates and waits for favorable conditions to open a trade. In relationships, Wu Wei means accepting people as they are and refusing to try to impose your opinion. It promotes harmony and understanding. To find people who could move with you in trading, do not impose your points of view on them. Accept everything as it is. Benefits of Wu Wei. Reduce stress. Not fighting the inevitable helps to maintain calm. Save energy. Minimizing unnecessary actions leads to a more conscious and effective life. Harmony. Living in accordance with the natural order makes a person happier. Ziran, naturalness, is one of the key principles of Taoism, which emphasizes that all things must exist and develop according to their own nature. This term can be translated as self, to be oneself, or naturalness. That is the ability of things to be as they are in their essence, without artificial intervention or coercion. Here's an example for you. It often happened when you did not take action and everything turned out as you wanted, when you did not put much effort into the situation but simply followed the natural course of Tao. Humility and simplicity. The first thing you need to admit in trading according to this principle is the limitations of knowledge. We cannot know everything. The market is unpredictable. You do not need to think that you can do everything, understand everything, and control everything. Humility will help you admit that you do not know everyone and free yourself from the illusion of quick success. Instead of going into new trades after receiving a stop loss, it is better to admit that you do not understand the market today and do not see what you need, and give yourself a rest. Respect the market, as they say. The market is always right. Accept defeats as a lesson and not as a personal failure. Avoid the ego. It often happens that in the pursuit of proving our case, we make mistakes. Humility helps to focus on strategy and not on ambitions and expectations, because any expectations lead to disappointment. Here's some advice. Ask yourself before each transaction, am I acting for success or for self-affirmation? If your main goal is to show yourself on Twitter or Discord, this is a bad idea for trading. It does not lead to success. It only feeds your ego. Yin, passivity, calm, and Yang, activity, energy, coexist and depend on each other. In the market, this can be seen in the alternation of growth phases, bull market, and decline, bear market. Each of them replaces the other and does not exist separately from each other. After a period of rapid growth, the market often performs cinnamon. This is a normal cycle, reflecting the balance of yin and yang. Yin and yang constantly merge into each other. Similarly, trends in the market change. The growth phase is replaced by a decline. Accumulation precedes strong movements. Good trading is achieved when you as a trader find a balance between activity, yang, and patience, yin. That is when to sit back and when to act. Or another example, active opening of trades, yang, should be balanced by periods of analysis and waiting, yin, as I see it in the form of analysis, risks, emotions, goals, yin, market analysis, waiting for suitable conditions, yang, opening and closing trades, actively managing the position, yin, protecting capital, following risk management rules, yang, willingness to take risks for profit, yin, calmness, accepting losses as part of the process, yang. confidence in your actions, decisiveness at the right moments. Yin, striving for stable income in the long term. Yang, realizing short-term opportunities in volatile markets. Thank you for watching. This is my first video of this format. Perhaps something was not clear, but I will continue to improve the video to give you more useful information